Hello, everybody. This is Candice again, and today I am sharing something very unique. I was actually listening to somebody's story and watching at some point of a woman who was abused in a relationship. She was married very early in her teenage years, but that is no excuse for her to deserve the abuse. So I'm actually, as I was listening to her story, a statement just came to my mind: woman to woman. I don't know why it came as such, because I cannot really comprehend it as well. But I always believe that everything that comes to my mind, or most things that come to my mind when I do not comprehend it, or when I did not think about it, it is God telling me about that, and normally then I can write things about it. So basically, then from there I started writing what was pouring out in my heart, and this is what I want to share with you guys. So I'm gonna read a lot of the times, and I'm gonna try to actually just read out and not add or subtract anything I have written down. So the title is Woman to Woman. I am a woman. I admire what God has made me to be. I admire what God has made a woman to be. He has made us to be nurtures, to harbor. He made a woman from a man's rib. He made each one of us unique and individual for a reason. In as much as we think that we need men in our lives, we need each other more. Another woman should be a sister I never had, not someone I compete with for a man. Okay, cool. You've got that man now, then what? What happens when he leaves you? What happens when you argue? Who is the first best person that you can run to? It's a sister, right? Ain't you supposed to be your sister's keeper then? You know, it is about time that we get the facts right. Instead of stabbing each other's back, we need to stand united and show love to each other. It is time we empower each other. We know most men are like they are born from the same mother. But how then do we think that it will help us to talk our hearts to each other without the fear of being judged? And most definitely within our range, we won't have women going through the same pain every other month or every other minute, because they would be cautioned and cautious to not repeat their sister's mistakes. It is not every experience that you have to go through firsthand. Other things you have to learn from a distance. And if ever you have to go through it, you are not foolish. I always believe that everything happens for a reason. And God wouldn't want you to go through it if He thinks you can't handle it. If He brought it your way, He knew that you would be able to handle it. It is always important that you, while you are going through it, you embrace it. Be like diamond going through the fire and come out sparkling. No matter how painful the experience is, because of often we ask God to release us prematurely. We give birth to premature purpose, miracle, and wonders, and we get surprised when they die along the way. Embrace your pain. Allow yourself to experience the pain, because holding it back is not healing, but delaying yourself. Let it go and let God. Find a sister that you can talk to about your journey of life. So many times we have lost friends through depression and suicide, and all we can say is, I didn't know, or she's been distant lately. And lastly, rest in peace. What peace really, anyways? If you have seen that someone you know is no longer the same, probe until they give in before you lose them, because the truth is that once they are gone, it is you who will be left with the pain, guilt, and more self-blame. Most often our sisters' problems has nothing to do with the other woman but men. Yet the fight that exists is between women. We don't have problems with each other because we hate each other. We don't have problems with each other because we hate each other, but because we compete with each other. We want to be better than her, and this builds a defense mechanism with each other that is innate, that is within us. What I mean is that sometimes my sister is competing with me and I don't know it. It is utterly unhealthy and it can lead to jealousy, and jealousy is witchcraft. All the competition comes from lack of sufficient knowledge of oneself. Because of that, we want to pick out the negative and the weak out of the person in front of us, our mirror. But in fact, that is a reflection of our own weakness more than it is about them. Take time to know and understand yourself in the image of God. Because if you try it on your own, you will keep on trying and trying and trying with no change. Most of all, work on your inner image. So now my overall closing statement is that I pray that as women, we become pillars for each other. We should empower each other instead of fighting each other. But most above all, we need to know ourselves, understand our weaknesses and strength, and how it comes out, or how it is impacted by the reaction or the interaction with other people. Then we will know that what we should fight and what we shouldn't fight, because most often we fight the wrong people, we fight the wrong things, and you find that mainly those things or those people are the people that help us or that could carry us to our next destination, because we need each other and we need to hold hands. Thank you.